Okay, in this video I'm just going to talk about hives. What are hives, what causes them and how to treat them. And this is my experience of hives. A few days ago, it started last weekend. This is my second experience of having hives. The first time I was getting these burning, starts off in my arms mainly, but it can happen all over your body. I was getting them down the sides, the stomach and the legs and my arms. Didn't get them on my face or nothing like that, but it starts off as a burning, and it burns sensation. It's a little hot little speck on your arm and it'll burn and it won't show anything, and then it'll start getting red, and then you'll get, like, they vary in sizes, hives. Raised skin, it'll be either pink or red, and boy are they itchy. Oh, and they'll come in blotches, and they could last a couple of minutes, they could last a couple of hours, they can last for many weeks, and that is chronic hives, acute hives, 9 times out of 10 caused by an allergy, and mine were acute hives. Mine was an allergic reaction. Chronic hives, which can last for many weeks or months, could be underlying causes and stuff like that. But acute hives, which is what I had, mine would flare up, and then they would last, some would last a few minutes, some would last 20 minutes, half an hour, and then they would disappear, the itching would go, and then it'd start here, you'd feel the burning, and it'd flare up again. You get them here, all down here, you get them down your side, then they disappear, then they flare up on the other side, and what have you. And like I say, acute hives are caused 9 times out of 10, or most of the times, by an allergic reaction. You've come in contact with something you're allergic to, or you've eaten something. It could be food. So I just thought I'd put this video across, because the more people talk about, their experiences, it could help others. So that's it. So like I say, the first time, it was, I think it's 1 or 2 years ago now. I felt this burning, all these little red lumps and things, and I thought, what the hell's going on here? So I went to the doctor, and also I would recommend, if you having a case of hives and they first spring up, it's the first thing you should do, take a photo of them. Get your phone and take some photos, because you can guarantee, you make it a doctor appointment, by the time you get to your doctor, they'll have gone. They'll have all vanished, and then you can guarantee you'll see a doctor. As soon as you come to your doctors and you get home, they'll flare up again. It's always the case, isn't it? So that's what I did. Got my phone, and I took just 1 or 2 photos. That's all a doctor would need, just to see. I would recommend doing that, and your first, if it's your very first, hive, I would do that. I'd take some photos, then I would make a doctor's appointment. But you'll, like I know now, the second attack of hives that I've narrowed it down. It can be difficult to narrow down what you're allergic to. You've got to think. I thought to myself, what have I eaten? Have you changed anything you've eaten? Have you changed anything? And what I had changed was my washing, the little tablet things, and I bought a new washing detergent, for the washing machine, to the clothes, and I'd had a batch that I'd washed, and I put them on last weekend, and then from then on, that's when it started. There's all these blotches and itching, and I send you crackers. So what I did was, I changed my clothes. I got a fresh batch of clothes that hadn't been washed in that washing detergent, and then slowly within 20 minutes, half an hour, 35 minutes, 3/4 of an hour, my arm was clear. They all cleared, all went. And then it was about an hour or two later, there was one little one come, little popped up there, little popped up here, and then went. Lasted 5 minutes, shall I say, probably less than that. Itchy, the same, but not quite as large. And then that was happening during the night. I didn't get any during the night, the evening I should say, but I didn't get any during the night. Then the next day, I just got the little one there, and I felt a bit burning there, and I looked there, and there was one there, and I felt a little thing, but only small. So what I did was, the best treatment for acute hives is antihistamines. You get these over the counter, then you don't have to. The first time I saw my doctor, I did get these on prescription. She prescribed them, but you can get them over the counter. You don't need a prescription for antihistamines, and I tell you, they work for me. The first case, when I first started taking these, I only took about, it was the first day, and then they say the second day, it's only 1 second tablet, gone, the whole lot had gone. But I like finished the course. I can't remember how many tablets I had now, but this box has got 30. I bought these over the counter, and I'm on my second day of taking them, and I got nothing. I'm absolutely clear, nothing at all. So that's the best way for me to treat my case of having hives. But they can be, they're really annoying and itching, and you can tell exactly when they're going to start, because it starts burning. So if it was there, that would be a little burn. It'd get hot and it'd be burning, but you can't see nothing. And then say a couple of minutes later, it would pop up, and it would be, it's blood, because you're allergic to something. It's your body reacting, and apparently it's your blood vessels, and they burst, and then they swell up, and that's what causes the hives. But as I say, for me, it was an allergic reaction to. I've narrowed it down. It's got to be the washing detergent that I've used. As I say, I've got total new set of clothes on that hasn't been washed in this new washing detergent that I bought, and then the hives just disappeared. But it can be very difficult to sort of pinpoint. You've got to think, something you've changed. It's acute hives, it's an allergic reaction, and you've got to think, what have I changed? You've obviously done something new. And with me, as I say, I washed my clothes in a new detergent, so that's going in the bin. Off to the supermarket, non-biological. I'll get something free from chemicals and everything like that, because obviously there's something in that washing detergent that I'm allergic to. So yeah, but that's what I would do if it's your very first attack of hives and what have you. Is get a moisturising cream first, nice and cool moisturising cream helps, or it won't get rid of them. If it's acute, if you're allergic to something, what you've got to do is try and work out what it is you're allergic to. If you're eating something or you come in contact, is to remove that reactor, that trigger. Something's triggering it. So if you're trying to think what you've eaten, I had something the other day that I haven't had for a while. Like you could have eaten something that you liked 2 years ago, but you eat it today, and you could have an allergic reaction from it. It's very difficult. So you've got to try and think, and then remove that trigger. I changed my clothes, put fresh clothes on that hadn't been washed in that new detergent. So I've removed that trigger. So the clothes that have been washed in that, I'm going to rewash again, perhaps again, to get rid of that. There's some chemical that's come on the clothes that I've put on that I was allergic to, and that's why I was covered in these hives. So that's it. So I just thought I'd share that. And as I say, if you do get hives, they can be very, very annoying, and you've got a scratch, and they're terrible. But antihistamines, like I say, you can get them over the counter. They're only cheap. I got these. This is 30. I got a pack of 90 for about £3. But you'd pay 10 times that to get rid of, it's very, very, it's scratching, and that's the worst thing you should do, really, is scratch. But you've got to scratch. So just thought I'd do this little video just to share my experience of hives. As I say, this is my second bout of hives. Like I say, the first one I did go to the doctor because I was sort of quite worried, and she just looked at it, and she looked at the photos, and I didn't have many then. I think I had one little tiny one there. So, but what I did, I took a couple of photos of when it was really bad, really flared up, and she just took one look at it, and she said, yeah, that's it's 99.9, it's an allergic reaction, because they come in and go in and stuff like that. But as I said, chronic hives could be something underlying, and needs going into. But like I said, it's usually the majority of cases of hives, it's nothing serious at all. Just try and think what you've changed. You've obviously changed something. You've changed your routine. You've eaten something different. Like me, I've changed my washing detergent. You got to think, but it can be hard. I know it can be hard. But with me, I managed to work it out. As I say, changed my clothes, put clothes on that hadn't been washed, and all my hives went, gone. I've removed the trigger that caused my hives. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. And yeah, it is very, hard to diagnose what exactly causing it. But as I said, if it's your first time that you've got hives, first thing you do, take a photo and go and see your doctor.